Hello and welcome back to Unboxable Kings. My name is Joshua, and on this channel our mission is to help unbox the king that lives within you, help you live free and on your own terms. And we believe that a big part of that puzzle is the ability to exchange authentic service for uncapped fiat currency via the internet, which is the correct terminology for how to make money online. And I make videos like this one to showcase more of how that works, to actually give you insight and actionable steps that you can take from videos like this and actually put them into your life to make that exchange happen. It's pretty cool. I have fun doing these. The previous ones that we've made have had good feedback, and in this video I want to share I always call it like the static map of how I would grow and how I would scale the service of a drone pilot. Because I've had an acquaintance on Facebook for about 3 years, and he's been doing different projects. I'm sure at one point he had a tree business. He might still do that, but in recent times he started to publish content of him flying a drone, and it was always pretty fascinating because I fly drones. I'm not very good, but I do fly it, so the content for me is visually appealing. But then he made this one video that honestly could be the best drone video I've ever seen produced by somebody that I know. I like that accolade because it's probably not the best drone video ever made, obviously. That's subjective anyway, but by somebody that I know and have communicated with, it's probably the best video I've ever made, and I'm going to play it for you now so you can enjoy this because it's just a really, really high level piece of craft, so enjoy. Yeah, look at this turn here. Oh, that's so dope. Get this long hallway part in. This part is so pretty. Oh, gosh. This part is really cool. Here we go. So that's the video, and it's an absolute certifiable banger. I know that almost nobody can do that type of work. As a videographer myself, and in a world full of cameras, I know how difficult that is. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that application here is endless. And I reached out to the guy immediately. We just had a brief conversation. That's where the Joshuatron kicks in. I ask qualifying questions to figure out if there's a way that I can help be of service to him in growing his service. That's what I do. I know I said service many times there, but that's what I do. Because when you start something like that, it's not always clear on the steps that you can take to maximize your efficiency and therefore maximize your service, i.e. give better service to everybody, and then in return for that, exchange the most fiat currency that you can. I was like, oh, well, let me ask him some questions. I did some investigation, then I told him that I'd send him over a video, which is this one, with my thoughts on how I would grow from where he is, because so much good is happening. I just wanted to give structure and like the static map that he can follow, take parts from. And for you as the viewer watching this, it may not be drone footage specifically, but you can take from this the methodology and the principles. But if it is drone footage, I mean, it seems a pretty sick niche after what we just briefly spoke about. It seems a really good skill to develop if you want to get into it, because the application is real and the service is real. So to help me, I'm going to jump into a screen share here. And this is the drone pilot. This isn't actually him, but it could be. So I think obviously since he's launched this video, he's getting lots of interest from lots of different people. He said that he's spoken to real estate people, some travel people, and something else to do with a party cocktail bar. But that doesn't surprise me, because as a business owner that is looking to promote my service, when I see footage of that quality, I'm like, oh, applications here are unlimited. So unsurprisingly, he's having lots of people hit him up about his service, which is really good. But this can also lead to, you kind of can become quickly burned out by just trying to fulfill all of the different orders. And if they're not centralized, that there will be lots of different fulfillment types. And this is normal in the early stages. And he just told me that he's been up all night editing. And when I asked him what his offer was, he didn't fully know exactly what his offer was, which is normal. Again, everything's normal at this point to not know exactly what that is. But if you don't have a very solid offer, then you do start to just work with lots of different types of person, lots of different businesses, different fulfillment needs, and it makes it harder to scale, but it also just puts a lot of stress on because you're just trying to serve too many people in too many ways, right? So what I would encourage him to do, the first step, and this is pretty much always the first step for any service business that I work with, is getting more dialed in on the offer. Because once you know what your offer is, what you're actually going to be fulfilling for people, you can start to fulfill it easier and you can start to sell it easier. So it is like, what is the actual offer? And if we just reference back the video that you just watched, for me, that would be a pretty straightforward offer and clientele that you'd be working with, because there's so much value for anybody to showcase digitally what their premise looks like. You know, that's just so valuable. And there is the VR where you can click through. I see real estate agents already do that, but it's not the same as that experience. And he's already, I'm pretty sure, told me that he's got that landscape video installed on a business to showcase their premises. So the offer I would be making would be specific, at least to start with. And obviously you can change all of this, and he's going to grow as a creator and a drone pilot. Obviously his offer's going to grow. But if you just centralized the offer, so instead of serving all these people, you just came in here and you worked with anybody that is showcasing property for a benefit. And what I mean by that is anybody showcasing a property from a benefit for a benefit becomes an immediate avatar, right? If you're selling a house, well, you could do a drone fly around through that. If you are promoting an in-person event for something, you could showcase the entire premises. If you're promoting a sporting event, if you're promoting a sports club, like this niche is so huge. Anybody with a property that is advertising it for a benefit, which means that you're never going to run out of work because you have a niche skill. So this is an expanding and lucrative market for sure, and it's never going to slow down. And as you increase your skills and see who wants to work with you, and ultimately what you're trying to work out is who benefits most from your service, who, when promoting their property, benefits the most. That's a question I'd be asking yourself. Because then when you know that, you can tailor make all of your assets to serve that person, right? And again, this can change. But if you start thinking in this way, it's like, oh, well, that's just the service that we do. And then therefore you can give it a more transparent and easy pricing for both the filming and the editing, right? Because as you said to me in Messenger, editing, and anybody that doesn't do video, well, maybe doesn't realize, and your clients definitely won't realize, that the filming is the easy part. Maybe not in your case, but typically the filming is the easy part. And then the editing is what takes all the time. So how you can circumnavigate that is have a price for the finished video. And then you pick the levels of where you assign that delivery value. So if you are charging more per video that includes filming and editing, you get to choose how much of each you do. And I think you'll understand that because that's on the creative side. But if you go for this centralized offer of helping these people, you'll be able to outsource and share this work with more people, right? Maybe not the filming, because I believe that would be difficult, but the editing definitely, unless you go down the super niche editing route. But then your pitch to businesses is like super simple. Want a, and you probably call it something cool like a 3D fly view or fly through. Want a immersive, oh, that's quite a nice word, isn't it? Immersive fly through of your property. Something, and I'd take you through the offer headline formula to do this, but this is essentially what you're doing, right? want an immersive fly through of your property, and then you sell the finished video, you don't sell your time. And as you said to me in the messenger, that part of your offer is that you're selling the risk of your equipment, and that's definitely for you to factor in, but your client typically isn't going to care too much about that. They just want to know how much is the final video, so you can factor all of that in, and you typically will be able to charge more. So this becomes your offer, right? And it becomes a lot more scalable and gives you more direction on how to follow up with these people. It also helps you with testimonials, because right now, dude, with that one video, this is what I do next. Because this is always what I do next. Why copy and paste this? So once your offer is made, and we're pretty close, you know, I'd obviously encourage you to drill down more into this, and we would do that, you know, like how many minute long video, how many iterations, all of this that you can add into your offer. But then I would just add in a very simple system for this offer specifically. It doesn't have to be whole brand, and I know that you have multiple interests with the drone, which is normal. So I would take this headline here, whatever you come up with, want an immersive fly through of your property. I'd take this headline here and just put it at the top. So headline, I'll make this a bit smaller so you can see. And then underneath the headline, I just do a brief explainer video of who you are and what you do. So this will be you, how I would film it. And I'm just going to make sure that you can see me here. How I would do it for this specifically, I just sit with your drones, because it's firstly real cool, right? Nobody has that. I don't have that with the goggles on and that. Just sit with your drones either behind you or in front of you and just be like, hey, and what I do is fly through immersive videos for properties, event centers, really anywhere, and go through your whole offer that we just created. If you'd like to talk to me more about how I could help you, book into a calendar below. That's all I'd do. So I'd have that, and then the call to action, and this is what I call a static video funnel. It's just a really good start, and you can build around this in your ecosystem. This would be a button, and then this would just go to a call. So you don't have to, you know, worry. This filters through all of the people that you want to work with. And if you do decide that this showcasing property for a benefit market is where you're going into, the headline will repel everybody else and pull those people into the video. They'll get to know you, a brief overview of your process, and then the service call button will be like, yeah, I want to book with this guy. And then you can take them through on the call, because, you know, right now you're organizing your packages and there's going to be a slightly different scope of work. And this is just now, but obviously in the future, this could go, instead of a call, this could go to like automated checkout, depending on, you know, as and when you get to that scale. But for now, just having it as a call means that your real job is then just taking inbound calls and choosing the work that you want to do, right? Choosing the work that you want to be with. Because underneath this button, I didn't mention this would just be your portfolio, a mixture. And this is not the same for every funnel, but this funnel, it will be this. It will be a mixture of your portfolio and reviews, right? Because then as you do more work, you just add them in, because then you're selling, hey, this is what we do. This is how you get it. You just call us. And then the reviews will be from clients like outstanding, 5 stars. They were quick, they were prompt, editing was perfect, blah, 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 blah. And this system over time will obviously just generate momentum, velocity, and your calendar will keep getting booked, and you'll have more people to work with, more people to serve. So they're the steps I would take. Just to recap, is that where you're at right now, dude, is a super high level skill that you're developing, but you're maybe spreading yourself a little bit too thin with lots of different offers. So if you get clear on an offer, I think this is the most straightforward to take it to a cash flow, like a marketable service immediately. I know people will be looking for this, and it kind of sells itself. Like, dude, if I saw that video and I had a property very similar to that and wanted to fly through, I'd be like, give me that guy's number. How much is it? And if you niche down that way, that's who you call out that you help in this system. But man, your phone won't stop ringing. Add that portfolio and reviews in here, call button, and then just charge what you're worth. you know, I know the prices that you're already offering right now, but I would encourage you to see it, that the benefit for this property could be literally, dude, millions of dollars. Millions. Over the lifespan of your video asset, it could be millions. If you pick the right businesses, and even businesses where it's like, you know, they're selling out hotel rooms at $250, $300 a night, and your video helps sell 15% more over its first year, dude, that asset becomes so beneficial for them. So think of it more in terms of how much the benefit you're creating with your services, as opposed to how much it's going to cost you in time and gear, because it's just two totally different ways of thinking about it. And I think the benefits to this way of thinking about it, is far superior. So I'm going to jump out into a full screen here. Hope you found that valuable, both A, the dude that I've sent this to, and then B, anybody else watching this. This is what we're building at the Digital Service Academy, is this way of doing business, this way of doing service, building these systems to empower you. Like in this example, if he goes away and takes these steps, which are very simple, and within our system, it's literally copy and paste for the infrastructure. That video with a man of his talent would take an afternoon, and then this system's installed, meaning that as of tomorrow, or 2 days, however long it takes him, really, a week, let's say a week, he then has a centralized channel to scale his impact for uncapped fiat, really, because he could be charging thousands more than he is now. Thousands more. And then build a team, scale it out. It's uncapped. And that's what we're building here, because we believe that if you install one of these into your existence, into your commercial identity, into your commercial life, the rest of your life, the flesh and blood, the relationships with your women, your kids, your family, your community, your animals, your body, all of it improves, because you have more space to breathe, right? And you get a whole lot of purpose from it. You get the ability and energy to turn up and show up when you're not really feeling your best, because it feels important. And a man wants to feel useful more than anything. That's what he really wants, is to feel useful, purposeful, and then have that service be exchanged for more energy he can use for more people. So that's what we're doing. If you need or want any more information, there's links, relevant links in the description. But let's keep growing, man. There's opportunities everywhere. The world is abundant and infinite, and it's time that you channeled some of that into your existence. All right, much love. See you next time. Peace.